I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, all I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Ooh, Lord. All I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. 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 Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. Somebody sick and tired of this shit. Hey, since day one they lied to us and we wasn't shit but slaves. But I found out what I found out, it was right there in my face. The preacher man, he lied. My mama, daddy didn't know, so I'm boxed in by lies. How the fuck I'm ever gonna grow? Hey, when the night falls and the lights out, you be reaching for some help. But when the real shit is bullshit, you be reaching for what's left. None of the lies gonna make it, you can read it for yourself. Here's the truth, you can't fake it, you need to find it for yourself. Nah, and nah, and nah. Oh, 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 I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I've been lied to my whole life. Now I found truth, it's alright. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. All I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Ooh, Lord. All I know is hustle, 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 hustle. Hard. All I know is hustle, hustle. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. 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 Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Been lied to my whole life and I'm sick and tired of this shit. Somebody sick and tired of this shit. Shalom. It's that time again, Israel. It's the Lord's 54th annual Passover in North Carolina.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh?
The I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General YAHANNA will be hosting the Lord's 54th annual Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Convention Center.
We not Christians, watch your mouth. Have them angels in your house, and them people bring you out.
This is something that you do not want to miss. Make sure that y'all bring the entire family.
Oh, you think I'm bullshitting? Wait till I get with you. If I gotta go to ground, I'ma shut the town down. I ain't about to stop until I hear stand down. All you gonna see is a lot of man down.
The Downtown Raleigh Convention Center.
We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the middle war.
For blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Go to ISUPK.com to purchase your tickets today. $200 per every adult over the age of 17 years old.
We are not the same. No, we not related. I'm not stuck on living. Death is a vacation. My camp undefeated. You cannot debate. You just want the clout.
The
Just want the grade.
54th annual Passover, April the 1st, is coming down Raleigh, North Carolina. Commander General YAHANNA has done it again. You don't want to miss this. Booyah! Booyah!
Hey, Shalom. Let me some stuff.
Oh, stop. What's going on, sir?
Some stuff. Hey, everybody in the house.
Oh, my God.
Most High Christ, can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah, loud and clear.
Most High Christ, let me change this setting real quick. Most High Christ, we should be in it. We should be good now.
Probably not yet.
Salaki for the delay. We in there. Everybody good?
Come.
Sound swab. Most High Christ. All right, we in this, man. Let's get it, man. Hey, shalom. How about Shemal? Shout out, thumb to all the brothers. How Shemal, the thumb by Shemal? Shout out all the sisters, man. We back at it again, man. Chain Breakers Podcast, episode number 23. 23. That's a familiar number for the second greatest player of all time. You feel me?
First greatest. You good.
We're going to save that topic for another day. You know what I'm saying? But no sweat, man. We back in here. I.S.U.P.K, man. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. Chain Breakers Podcast, of course, brought to you by the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. Been in operation since 1969, teaching the truth to so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians that they are, in fact, the real Jews, the real Israelites in the Bible. You understand? And, you know what I'm saying? This podcast, as so many other shows and classes that we do in I.S.U.P.K, is the same goal, you know what I'm saying, to dispel the lies and dispel the myths of America. But specifically on this show, we like to go into current events, different topics, bring out these scriptures as well in order to break the chains of oppression, man. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, man, are absolutely still in slavery. We are in a thing called mental slavery. You understand? If you do, you know, some psychology research, you'll hear about a thing called Stockholm Syndrome. And we are horribly, horribly still under these curses. You understand? But we think because there's no physical chains on us that we're free, when that couldn't be further from the truth. You understand? And of course, you know what I'm saying, I can't do this show, you know what I'm saying, this podcast without my brethren, my co-constituents, my partners, not in crime, but in crime, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I got to start with, first off, my Ottawa captain of 10,000, Yagarwap, holding it down from Oklahoma City.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Oklahoma City in the building. Damn right. Damn right. I got my brother, Vietnam's finest, officer of 1,000, Kowal, in the building. You know what I'm saying? AKA Uncle Leroy. You know what I'm saying? And we got my brother. You know what I'm saying? We got my brother, my A1, day one officer of 500-yard mock in the building. You know what I'm saying? Representing for the Bull City, Durham, North Carolina, broadcasting from Goldsboro, North Carolina, as we speak. You know what I'm saying? I'm officer of 1,000, Thabawan. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get right into it. Of course, I always give my brothers an opportunity if they want to bring out anything before we get into the main stories of today. So, Cap, is there anything you want to bring out, sir?
I want to bring out Geno Jennings.
Oh, man.
Get tired of you. You know, Geno Jennings been watching us for years. You know, he's a clown, right. You know. But my brother sent me a video. My brother in the world sent me a video that he's sitting there talking about God is a God of rules. Mm-hmm. Now, he said that God is a God of rules, which means keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You know,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? What we always been teaching since 1969.
Right.
You know, so, but he's saying this, but yet he's sitting there with disobeying one of the rules with his beard cut off on the corners. Right. And he have a shaved head. I mean, come on, man. Christianity is now satanic, it's idiotic. Right. It's idiotic. I mean, it's buffoonery. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and a clown like him always watching us, and then like I'm saying, then my brother gonna send it to me like, hey, he's saying some heavy stuff. That nigga been watching us, man. You know what I'm saying? And he breaking one of the laws. He's breaking two of the laws right there. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you Christians out there, don't think, I mean, come on, Geno is pathetic, man. He's pathetic. And that's what Captain Tazariak pointed out. That's why Geno Jennings will not ever debate a Hebrew Israelite, because he'd get cut to piss.
That's right.
You know?
Right.
And right. You know what I'm saying? And that's all he do. He pay attention to us. And he know he had the truth. So you know he had the truth. So he just like, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to go in all the way in and say we have the truth, because why? It would just he'll get canceled.
Right. That's right.
He'll get canceled, you know, so he'd be gone, you know. And all the rest of the pastors will be gone. You know what I'm saying?
That's
but
right.
They talk that mess, man. You know, so Christians, you know, don't get excited. You know what I'm saying? Don't get excited when he's saying something.
That's right.
It's heavy. It's heavy to y'all. You know, it's heavy to y'all because y'all haven't heard the I.S.U.P.K under command.
Damn right.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I want to bring out, man.
Yeah, that's the same cat, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he tried to do a horrible breakdown of the color of Christ. I've seen one time. Where he tried to say that like Christ's head was a different color than his hairs, or a different color than the rest of his body, because he used the scripture where, you know, where part where it says his head and his hairs were white like wool. He tried to say that Christ had a white face, but a brown body. Or some nonsense. I think this cat say some horrible breakdown, and that's the buffoonery.
Yeah, that's buffoonery.
That's the buffoonery. Right, in Christianity. That's the kind of buffoonery.
That's just as bad as the white dude in front of our camp one time down in Oklahoma. And we said Christ had his feet as brass. He said, "Yep, he had on brass boots."
What?
Come on, man. Come on, man. You take Christ had on brass boots. You know what I'm saying? That's some. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know, but that's what you get out of Christians.
Good night. Brass boots. No sweat.
Yeah. I never heard nothing like that.
Come on. No sweat. All right. Go cool. What you got, bro?
Hey man, just happy to be in the building again. This 23rd show, man. We moving.
23. Word. 23
I remember just yesterday. No, I'm just kidding. But nah, you know, big shout out to Commander YAHANNA. Looking forward to this Passover, April 1st.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Pay your Passover fee. You know what I'm saying? Get your tickets to the all-black party.
That's right.
Hey, come to the lamb slaughter. You know what I'm saying? The teenagers. And that children's party ain't just for children, by the way. If teenagers are listening, or adolescent or adults, they got batting cages there. They got laser tag. They got video games. They got the basketball shoot. They got go-kart for the adults. So when we say kids party, it's just something for the youth. So we just a youth party. You know what I'm saying? But adults, everybody's invited. So come through. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be on Friday. You understand? So yeah, let's get it on, man. Commander YAHANNA doing the big.
Most High in Christ. That's right. Most High in Christ, man. Let's get it on for the all-black party. That's cool, man. Make sure you pay your Passover fee. If you pay your Passover fee, you get free entry into the all-black party. You understand? This is going to be a historical event, like the brother said. It's going down at the Durham Armory. That is a piece of black. You know what I'm saying? That's a black relic. Every black person has that image somewhere in their grandmother's house. Someone's house has that image. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're about to be in that building, getting it on. Having a good time. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you pay all your fees. You know what I'm saying? And lock in if you got to. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody to watch the kids. You know what I'm saying? For the babysitters and all that. Make sure you lock all that stuff in. You know what I'm saying? I know them rooms is basically going, so y'all better get them Airbnbs popping real fast.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My brother, you got something before we get rolling? Most High in Christ, man. Most High, you want to get to work. All right, let's get it. All right, so I'm gonna pull up some stories here if I could, Bob Kashad. Just bear with me. Just a moment here. So this story right here I found to be kind of just indicative of just the life that we lead here in America. All right. So this is a story out of Memphis, Tennessee. Let me get this up on the screen. Bear with me just a moment. Shalaki. Here we go. It says, does not match up. Memphis police under fire for misrepresenting gruesome events seen in the Tyree Nichols video as 20 still withheld. I didn't want to start there. Hold up. Shalaki, that's not the one. My bad. Bear with me. It was another one, I think. That was in Memphis. Nah, yeah, this is the one. This is the one right here. Shalaki. I think it was in Detroit, actually, not Memphis. It was Tyree joint later on in the show, not just yet. Here we go. This is the one, Shalaki. Yeah, this one is in Michigan. All right, here we go. Boom. All right, yeah, this one says Detroit. Nobody wanted to believe us. Families say police did not do enough to find Detroit rappers alive as authorities find 3 bodies suspected to be missing men. Okay, officials may have found the bodies of 3 Michigan men who went missing 2 weeks ago in the Detroit area. Multiple corpses have been found in an abandoned apartment building in Detroit, but family members of the friends say enough was not done by law enforcement to find them sooner. One mother took to social media alleging multiple agencies purposely did not look for her son and the others because he was a felon, adding police said her son was a drug dealer and gang member as a reason why they were not going to look for him. Another mother said the police have found the men and were planning funeral arrangements. Salakia. Armani Marley Whoop Kelly, 27, Montoya Givens, 31, and Dante B12 Wicker, 31, were supposed to perform at a birthday party at Lounge 31 in Detroit on January 21st. The show was canceled. They are not known to have been seen alive since then. These are the three men right here. Right. It says the three men apparently linked up on the day of the canceled club appearance when Kelly drove from some 200 miles south of Oscoda, Michigan, to pick up his friends in the Detroit area to perform at the show. Kelly was the first of the men to be reported missing, with his mother contacting police about his disappearance on January 23rd. Family members of the three say after they reported the men missing, it was weeks before law enforcement truly hunkered down to help find them. Lori Kemp, the mother of Kelly, posted on social media a week after the men went missing, saying she believed police were not looking for her son and his friends with any urgency because he had served time in prison. She wrote on Facebook Sunday, "Shame on the police, shame on the whole state, and shame on you, Detroit. If only one police department would have listened, maybe we would not be here."
Man.
Good night. I'll read this and we'll get into it. I was told my son was a felon. Felon, even says felon, a felon and a drug dealer and a gang member. Really? He served his time, adding, "He's not a drug dealer, nor is he in a gang. We're in a Skoda. Is he who in a Skoda is he selling drugs to?" Kemp further said the officers judged the men for their past, which is why no one was really searching for them. And this is all I think came out before these men ended up dead. Now their bodies seem to have been found. All three bodies of these men together in like a basement in an apartment building. Okay. And so very tragic, very sad thing, of course, but I guess my question is, and I'll start with you, Captain Yagar, is should this come as a shocker? I mean, we often talk about innocent people getting arrested, innocent people getting killed. I mean, we see what just happened with Tyree Nichols. In this case, these men, their past was held against them about one being a drug dealer, or he's a felon. He had done time before, and the police used this as an excuse to not search for him. What does that say about the situation with law enforcement when it comes to our people specifically?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not a surprise because they don't give a damn. They really don't give a damn about us. So when it comes to them not looking for them, I mean, that's I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because they, look at all the Native Indian little girls been missing.
That's right. And
you hear no stories about them. You don't hear 60 Minutes out there doing stories about them.
That's right.
What I'm saying? We be bringing that on our shows, and that's it. Social media. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like they don't give a damn about Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They don't really give a damn. And this should let you know that, I mean, this is not our rest, like the precept says. I mean, it's to let you know that, hey, it's his kingdom.
That's right.
It's the oppressor's kingdom. They're going to do all these type of things, and this stuff is going to happen a lot. You know what I'm saying? Brothers go missing. I mean, it was just if some damn hillbillies from under the damn bridge go missing, they'll have everybody out looking for them.
That's right.
They have all types of search teams all over the place looking for them.
Right.
Saying, hey, he used to live in this tent under the bridge. He was under the bridge, and now he's not there. You know what I'm saying? He's been gone for 23 hours. So, but us as a people, you know what I'm saying? This is what happens to us.
That's right.
We got to understand it. The Most High is not playing with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I can't help but just harping on that.
That's right.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? No innocent person dies anyway.
That's right.
There's nobody. The Most High is not a God of oops. Oops, I made a mistake. Oh, I didn't mean to kill him. I didn't mean to kill her. You know what I'm saying? So nobody dies by mistake. Right. You know what I'm saying? No innocent people die. It's something on that went along with it. It's sad to see our people like that. You know what I'm saying? Those brothers, like I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying? If, like I said, you got oppressors out there killing us too. I mean, I'm not even going to go there, but I believe that's going on with us in a lot of states and around the country. But you know what I'm saying? With us as a people, we do that type of stuff to each other. You know what I'm saying? We rob each other at the drop of a dime.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And kill each other with nothing. You know, back in the 80s, they used to have brothers like what was that movie they had that brother Errol Bonds in it? He played Errol Bonds, and he was like I think the movie Clockers. Remember the movie Clockers?
Yeah, Clockers had Makai fight for Sticky Fingers in a minute.
Yeah, okay. So remember the brother that was on drugs a lot named Errol.
Yep.
Yeah.
Errol Bonds. So back in the 80s, you had a whole lot of brothers like Errol Bonds. They would users, get highs down or what, and they'd catch them young cats and little driving them Acura Legends. You know, they'd go and kill them. You find it, and their little brothers be hustling and stuff. They catch them little brothers die in their own neighborhood. You say, damn, who killed them? You know what I'm saying? And nobody find out who killed them. You know what I'm saying? But those brothers was taking people out.
Right.
Taking brothers out. So you got, I'm saying, you got us, we that evil to one another. You know what I'm saying? Right. We that evil to one another, and things like that happen you don't see things like that happen in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But we just can't let the oppressor go.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he's sneaky, he's a snake. And you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When our brothers go up missing somewhere, you gotta look at them. You know what I'm saying? We always looking at a black man and say, oh, well, which one of them did it? Now look at them.
That's
which
right.
Which one of them did it?
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? And look at what we having a problem with the police officers.
Right.
Who makes it? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna go and charge them?
That's
you
right.
know what I'm saying? So it's like a whole lot of things you can look at in this situation. But you know what I'm saying? Us as a people, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We gotta understand about the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Bible says the Most High take out the wicked with the anger. I mean, he's take out his anger by sending evil angels.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to understand, you know what I'm saying, the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And our sins against the Most High. And we just keep on doing these type of things. And then when stuff happen, you know what I'm saying? It's sad to see our people, the families of these brothers. You know what I'm saying? They hurting them and everything, but damn, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, we die because of our sin. You know what I'm saying? Damn. So that I always look at it that I look at it on that in that stance. You know, a lot of times like when brother go down or sister go down or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like, damn, you know, what the hell happened? You know, what the hell happened? Or what did they do? Like I said, when like a kid or anything, I'd be like, damn, what did they do in their past life or something? Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in the truth, your mind goes so above anybody in the world.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And stuff we think and stuff we believe and things of the Bible, it gonna go over top of their head.
That's right.
And that's what a lot of times with the thought you bring out, you say, I hope it didn't go over your head. I hear you say that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff we bring out will go over their head.
That's right.
In the world, and you're not in the truth. You don't really understand the spirit of the Most High, what he does, how he deals with us. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we got to really understand that. You know what I'm saying? And we got to stop all this. Hey, we got to come to the Most High right now.
That's right.
What's going on now? We against each other. You know what I'm saying? That's so sad about it. We against each other as it is.
That's right.
Then you got the oppressor. He's against us. You got the cops against us. I mean, damn. The cops beat the hell out of Tyree Nichols.
That's right.
I mean, damn, those are brothers, you know? Man, so it's hey, you know what I'm saying? This is like, you know, with this situation, it's like, it's just another sad situation added on to all the rest of them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's terrible.
No,
you know,
absolutely correct. The water for that, Adawan. It's true. It's very sad. And we, like you said, Adawan, in truth, you know what I'm saying? We tend to look at things a lot differently than brothers in the world. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what these brothers was into, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? We can't be sure of that until more information comes out. But what we do know is that, you know what I'm saying, these parents, and that's what I'm going to come to you with, Kawal. These mothers, you know what I'm saying? We've seen this story. We've seen this movie before. You know, they tried to do the right thing. They tried to do the thing that America, you know, the American thing. They went to the police and said, my son is missing. You know what I mean? And they were met with, instead of, oh my God, your son is missing, let's call the dogs, let's get you know what I'm saying, a whole posse, no pun intended, to go search the woods and get flashlights and let's get the community together to go search them out and everything. Instead, they were told, no, your son's a felon. You know, who knows where the hell he is? He's probably somewhere selling some drugs. You know what I'm saying? Or he's probably somewhere, you know what I'm saying, committing a crime. You know, and then like, you know, you can see the hurt in these sisters when they're saying, like, you know, if somebody would have just listened to me, if somebody would have just listened to me, my son may not be dead. You know what I'm saying? Who knows when these men were either killed? Of course, there's still an investigation, so we don't know if it's a homicide or what have you. Yeah. But you know, because of the police and their lackadaisical, you know, just disinterest because of these men's past, you know, we can blame them to some degree for what happened. So to you, Kawal, I ask this: what then should a black mother do? what should a black person or a parent do when their child goes missing? You know, and they want answers. Yeah, bro.
Well, there's a lot to unpack here, man. But honestly, you know, I know one scripture sticks out of my head, you know, Isaiah 31, where it talks about woe to them who go down to Egypt for help. You understand? And don't seek the Most High power.
That's right. That's right.
Our people don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Our people don't even know that we serve a God, a power that, you know, will protect us and answer our prayers when we cry out for him. The sad part is we cry out for him and want help, but we don't know where to go. And it starts there. You know, carnally, we can unpack this thing all day about whose fault it was, whatever, but spiritually, it's proactive. It starts with your conduct first. Are you serving the Lord? Are your children eating pork collard greens? Are you having a damn, you know, crab broil on Tuesday? Are you having Christmas? You had a Christmas tree in your house? You celebrate Easter and all that. The Most High God is going to be against you. His wrath is kindled. He's a jealous power. Our people need to understand that. You know, when a man's wrath ain't cute like a woman's. You know, so when he comes for your children, don't be. I understand the tears, Big Mama, but them tears should have been, you know, you know, you should have thought about that years ago when you were worshiping white Jesus. You know, it starts spiritually, man, and our people need to wake up. That's why these classes are important. These podcasts are important to break the chains, so it'll prevent these three brothers from dying. You know, their conduct is what got them killed. And then they run down to the police department as if they ever want to help a Negro get discovered or help find a Negro. They don't give a damn. You see what the black cops did to Tyree Nichols. You think white police officers are going to help find these three gangbangers? You can look at the damn picture and tell he's throwing up the blood sign.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he had a nice little picture of his, you know, football practice and midget football league trophy picture. He could have used. That's not how society does. They find the worst picture of a Negro to use. Right. You understand? And that's what. And you got Y.A.P.K over there. He got a damn red flag around his neck. You got the other two brothers throwing with the blood. I mean, come on, man. And how do we? And then too, I read the story a little bit. They were supposed to go to a show. The show gets canceled. Then they end up missing. How you know the Negroes that booked the show didn't want to kill these bastards? Right. Like, I don't mean to call them bastards, but these brothers. Right. You understand? How you know the people that booked the show didn't want these brothers killed? That's a common thing, especially in the South. I know cats that say, "Man, I'll book the show for your goofy ass just to kill you when you get here." That's not nothing that's uncommon. Good. Brothers do that all the time when you playing with some money. You could book a show. And you got these aspiring rappers who gangbangers, they get all hyped. Hey, maybe we got a show down in Biloxi, Mississippi. Knowing the brother in Biloxi, Mississippi trying to set you up.
Good night.
So you can unpack this thing so many ways. You need to get on Black Twitter. Black Twitter solve a crime before the police will.
If I could, well, I saw something with the story. I saw in the comments, people were saying just go to the dude's go to his story, go to his Facebook story, and all the answers are right there.
Yeah, so social media is like your footprint. You know what I'm saying? And you could just go back and look. And I'm pretty sure you understand, you know, we don't take glory in no brother dying.
That's right.
That's the first thing. You know, all these brothers were, you know, children of the Most High. They look like Israelites. That's and right. I'm assuming that they were Israel because only Israelites die like this.
That's right.
You understand? Right. So I'm assuming these brothers were Israelites. And it pains us because they could have came into the I.S.U.P.K before this happened. Be proactive, man. And all you brothers listen to this podcast thinking, you know, well, look at them. They're gangbangers. They did this. They did that. But check this out. You're going to be next.
That's right.
They're not no worse than you are. Those brothers who died ain't no worse than you are. They all did the same. They smoke weed like you, celebrate their birthday like you, worship a woman like you, and love white Jesus like you. So before you start talking crap about them doing all this nonsense, check yourself, man. Prevent this from happening to you, not you, man.
Damn right. Well said, brother. Well said. There's quite a lot to unpack with this situation. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And we see this a lot with a lot of stories that we bring out. You know what I'm saying? There's always so much, context that be missing from different things. But of course, part of it we don't know is because the police purposely didn't investigate it.
Right.
So there's that element as well. I'm gonna read on a little bit more before I come to you, Yarma. Let's just get some more. It says, Salakia, bear with me just a moment. Let me scroll down. Next time, I don't think there's much more in the article, but I did want to ask you this, Yarma. So now, I asked Kawal from the perspective of the mothers or a person whose child is gone missing. What recourse do we have, right? But let me ask you this, Yarma, as far as from your perspective, a young brother who's a felon, what recourse does he have? What do you tell a young brother who is a felon, who has a past? Like, I know the answer. I already know where you're going with it. It's before I even ask the question, but I'm going to ask it nonetheless because I want the answer. If you're a felon and you're a black man and you see how they treat you, when you go missing, no one's going to care. So if you're a felon, what should you do? How should you move in this society that doesn't care about you? What's your next best step?
I think it's a natural thing for humans and animals to move to a place that they safe in. Like you just said, if this society doesn't care about you because you're a felon, you should simply move to a society that does care about you. And that society is the I.S.U.P.K. on the command.
Damn right.
That's it. You understand?
Damn right.
This the place where you'll have brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers. You understand you'll be surrounded by that love that you claim you never had your whole life, which is why you decided to sell drugs, which is why you decided to gangbang, because the life that you grew up in was so cruel and it was so harsh and so cold. Well, Commander General YAHANNA, he sacrificed a life, a lot, Salakia, in his life, so that he could hold on to the truth and build a place, a nation, where it's not so cruel and it's not so cold in here. And we have brothers in here that look out for one another. We have sisters in here that look out for one another. And stories like this can never happen in the Israelite school. You understand? Right. Stories that are so cruel and so sad to hear about our brothers going missing in America, not giving a damn about them because of what they've done in the past. But shame on us. Shame on us as Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians for not realizing this sooner. Shame on us for expecting the oppressor who hung us from tree to tree to give a damn about our babies. That's a shame on us, and it's a bad job. Parents, it's a bad job we've done as leaders.
That's
right. Bad job we've done as brothers and as sisters and as a family with each other. You understand? But we can do a better job. We can be better, and we don't have to call the police. You understand? Dabawan can't go missing without all the brothers in the U.P.K. going out to find them. You understand? You damn near can't even not check in on a week without brothers looking and calling and trying to find out where you at. You understand? So there's a lesson to learn in anything.
That's
the
right.
Lesson for me that I learned is that Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we have to come back together in the I.S.U.P.K. under command.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? We shouldn't have to wait for the police to find our babies. We should have departments of men ready to go out and ready to go out and search. Where we taking money from ties, getting ready to put money into vehicles and vans and equipment and things that we need to make sure that we keep our brothers safe. That's what we should be doing as Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, not buying Mercedes-Benzes, man. Mercedes-Benz brothers back. And it ain't going to protect brothers who go to but Commander General YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K. damn sure will.
That's right. Damn right.
That's right.
Excellent point. Hey, Salakia Akim, with my audio, are y'all hearing any echoing or anything?
You sound clear.
No, it's clear. I hear you good.
I switched my headphones off and I'm using these speakers. I want to make sure y'all not getting feedback from when y'all speak or anything. But if anything changes with the audio, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? But the water for that, Officer Yarmak, that's a heavy point too, which is where I knew you was going with it. what we want to draw home on the show with all the topics we bring out. And the solution to all of this is getting in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General.
Right.
You absolutely you can't understate that. As you know, as Cap, but I always say, man, don't let that go over your head. Don't let what Armand said go over your head, man. Or Cap or Officer Kowal. Don't let it go over your head what these brothers is bringing out. You understand? Because I'm telling you right now, and I'm not even a person that grew up in, I'm gonna use quote fingers, the hood, so to speak, right? But I do know what it's like to, as a, black person, that when black people get in large groups, something bad happens. You know what I'm saying? Black people going to the same bowling alley, a bowling alley can end deadly. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of black people going to, a batting cage, going to damn anything, a club for sure, can end horribly deadly. You know what I'm saying? Now we know what's happened to Takeoff from the Migos, right? A damn dice game started it all, right? Well, how many people we know died in dice games or died as a result of some gambling or something like that? Big L had a song in the mid 90s, casualties of a dice game. It's a very common theme for black people for our lives to end that way in those situations, right? But guess what? The first time I ever seen black people gamble, shooting dice, Yarmouth was right there with me, shooting dice in the lobby of the hotel in Queens, New York, the 50th annual Passover, and guess what? Nobody got shot. Nobody got hit. No fight broke out. No nothing. Cats was straight up playing CeeLo in the lobby of the hotel, and it was all love. It was all good. And when it seemed like it was gonna get a little hectic, because we still men, we still brothers, and when some brothers might have drank a little too much or something, guess what? There was General Katham Gabar to set all of that at ease. You know what I'm saying? To fix all of that, because we have righteous leadership. We have a hierarchy in our school that makes it so all of that gets nipped in the bud. So, you know what I'm saying? What Yarmouth is saying is just so heavy of having these systems where we don't have to rely on the devil, which is the same thing Cap was saying. If we have to rely on the devil to save our lives, then we're of course going to die. Of course. The devil hates us. He always has. He always will. You know what I'm saying? Since the womb. You know what I'm saying? We go back to the book of Genesis with Jacob and Esau. You know what I'm saying? It's always been that way. So that's the reality, is that we have to change our setting to where we don't have to rely on these people. You know what I'm saying? So the water for that, bro. That's an excellent point for sure. So somebody has something to lock you?
Hey, Salaki, yeah, and you forgot to mention about them dice games in them hotel rooms. All these brothers are heavily armed. They got it on.
How could I forget? Brothers heavily armed and no one gets shot. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. I mean, it's really a sight to see. That's why we implore everybody to be at the Lord's 54th annual Passover. You know what I'm saying? So you can see this firsthand. It's literally a miracle. You are seeing a miracle. You know what I'm saying? That's right. The same thing you see when you go to them cookouts, man. A bunch of niggas in Marcus Garvey Park and nobody dies. You know how insane that is? You know how wild that is? A bunch of niggas in Marcus Garvey Park having a cookout and nobody gets shot. It's sick. Understand? And this is what we do all the time. How many cookouts do we have a year? What, 7? About 6, 7 cookouts nationwide?
Yep.
You understand? Cookouts in Chicago. We got the Midwest Fire Cookout, Fire Weekend in Chicago, and nobody dies. It's crazy. But guess what? The 54th annual Passover will be that times 10. You know what I'm saying? Times 1,000. Yeah. You will see a bunch of blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians converge on one city, and we basically take over the city. You know what I'm saying? If I'm lying, I'm flying, man. We basically take over the city. We take over the city, and our people are safe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, everybody gets back home safe, no problems, man. That's how we do it when it comes to the Lord's Passover. So make sure you're there at the 54th annual Passover. All right. So now we're gonna shift gears to talk about a little bit more about this Tyre Nichols situation. And I got some words from I want to see what y'all thought about this, man. First things first. This with Tyre Nichols. So, this is a story. It says does not match up. Memphis police under fire for misrepresenting gruesome events seen in Tyre Nichols' video as 20 hours of footage is still withheld. Now, I'm gonna need y'all help on this one. Like, usually I just kind of go in and ask y'all. I'm gonna need y'all help. I did not watch the video. I have not seen one piece of it. I'm not good with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta watch it, then maybe I'll watch it eventually. But I have not watched it yet. But apparently, there's over 20 hours of video that has still not been made public. But this says the Memphis police face growing criticism after reports reveal footage of the deadly beating of Tyree Nichols contradicts the official police report, while an additional 20 hours of video has not been made public. According to multiple media outlets on Wednesday, the report depicted Nichols as the aggressor and claimed he started to fight the officers. The officers reported the 29-year-old reached for their guns, all of which was not seen on the body camera and surveillance videos released last week. The incident report that has gone public does not match up on all fours with what one sees when one looks at the video that's already been released. Shelby County District Attorney Stephen Mulroy told CNN. Officials still have up to 20 more hours of video and audio to release to the public, ABC News reports. The new details come nearly a month after Nichols died at the hands of police on February 1st. His family laid him to rest at a funeral service filled with high-profile Black figures, including Reverend Al Sharpton and Vice President Kamala Harris, which, of course, I wanted to talk about that as well. We'll get to that in a second. One more paragraph, and we'll get into it. Now, this is a quote. When we look at this situation, this is a family that lost their son and their brother through an act of violence at the hands and the feet of people who had been charged with keeping them safe, the Vice President said. You don't fight crime by becoming criminals yourself. That ain't the police. That's punks, Sharpton said. So Cap, I mean, or anybody, like I said, I have not seen the video. Can somebody tell me? I hear it's horrible. Can somebody tell me, what it's like?
I really haven't seen the whole video. They got so many different videos. I haven't seen all of them in the entirety. I haven't seen all the videos, you know what I'm saying? And I seen one part that I saw it early. I saw it early, but I hadn't seen it lately. It was a part where they were beating him, and then they set him up by the car. He was sitting on the ground, and he was leaning. His back was against the car, and he was kind of in a delirious state, kind of he was really beat real bad, and he was his leg was moving up and down, like a dying dog or something, So, and that looked terrible right there, and I saw that earlier, and I haven't seen that again. So it's you haven't seen it. So many different parts of the video I haven't seen yet, and the guy, it's a terrible situation, looking at as far as brothers, they beating the brothers like that. And then you get so many stories. I heard a story about one of the cops, Tyree Nichols was messing with one of the cops' girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I haven't heard anything that's concrete about that, That's just something on social media, And then, of course, the pictures surfaced with her kissing him kissing a white girl, So it's it's so many things that go into that. But it's sad to see a brother go down like that at the hands of policemen who, like I said, who took an oath to protect and serve.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then they got to be held accountable for that. And then, but it's so evil, right now, because the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
The oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Now it's so despicable. After Rodney King, after Arthur McDuffie, now it's so despicable. The cops, with a badge would beat somebody like that. They beat Arthur McDuffie to death with splash lights and billy clubs and split his damn skull open. Around I believe it was 1978. And that's what started the riots in 1980 when all the cops got off. They beat Arthur McDuffie senseless. I mean, they murdered him. They murdered him. They cut his hair off, his head, his skull was split. So they beat him that bad, you know what I'm saying? But now, now that black men have done it to another black man, oh, it's so vicious. Oh, it's so vicious, and it's a shame. You know what I'm saying? So it's terrible that those black brothers, you know what I'm saying, they had the mark of the beast.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, you know. It's sad to see us destroyed like that. But you would just, I mean, come on, to be the guy like that, you know.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And the story is still like I said. We talking about like the video. We haven't seen all of the video. The story is still being put together, as far as like what really happened. What really happened? You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, but it's all going to come back to us being just evil to one another.
That's right.
Evil to one another, and then it's like you get cops like, man, I say it all the time. You get some black cops that are worse than white cops.
That's
when they
right.
talk about oppressing black people. You got some black cops that are just terrible. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's like, you know, it's here's another situation. Here's another situation, you know? Man.
Right. Good night. I mean, Kawhi, did you see the video?
I did see the video. It was hard to watch. Like I said before, you know, that George Floyd video was hard to watch because of the, you know, just the, you know, that knee on that neck like that, and just, you know, nobody intervened. But this right here, brother, was Rodney King on steroids. I mean, they took the, you know, the brother with the cam on, you know, was breathing so hard and whooping his butt so hard, he had to take a break and stretch and walk down the block and get some air, and came back to it and started whooping his butt. And took the billy stick out, that little metal baton, and whacked him in the head a couple times with it. And then you see the other brother take his stick out and hit him in the head with it. No wonder the brother died 10 days later. They beat the hell out of this guy. And General Yahanna, you know, who was an excellent police officer in the force and has years of experience and being tactical and professional. He was breaking down on Black Watch when the incident should have been over. Once they put the handcuffs on Tyree Nichols, the perpetrator is subdued. It's over. You could do whatever you want to with him once you got the cuffs on him. That wasn't good enough. I mean, they were beating the hell out of him with the cuffs on. Imagine this. Imagine getting pepper spray and tased at the same time.
Wow.
Why you on the ground? Now, if you ain't never been tased before, brother, I don't know what to tell you. But you ain't never had CS gas or pepper spray in your face. That's a whole other thing. I mean, it was hell. That brother was going through hell. And I don't give a damn what the news is saying about he was screwing his ex-girlfriend or whatever. Man, nothing warranted them beating that brother like that.
Exactly.
That's right.
And they looked like they were enjoying it. It was like you know how you see somebody get jumped? They were like teaming up on him, like, let me get some. And they was talking to him like a street cat, not professional, like, you know. Even Esau, before he shoots you, he calls you sir. You're like, hey, sir, put your hands behind your back, sir. Sir, watch your hands, sir. Then he slams your head against the car window and then puts you in the car. These brothers are talking to him like he was a Negro in the mall, like, bitch ass motherfucker. What the slack? I mean to say that. I know YouTube, we censor. We passed 7 minutes anyway. You punk, they were talking to him all crazy, cursing at the cat, like, he cursed at the cat, called him all kind of names like he's just an animal. I'm like, bro, he's still a patriot. Y'all work for this man. His taxpayers dollars pay your paycheck. Y'all beating this cat like, you know what I'm saying? It was ridiculous.
Good night.
And the only thing I can think about is too, the correlation between George Floyd and Nichols. They both called out for their mamas.
Right.
He was saying, my mom lived right down the street. His mom's house is 80 to 100 yards down the road, like straight down the road. He was like, mama. I'm like, what the hell is she gonna do in a time like this?
Good.
But they were really, if they were good cops, they would have went and got the mama or did something to try to diffuse the situation. Like, they tell your son, you know, come here, hey, big mama, look, this your son. Okay, tell him to comply. So we, you know, come bail him out later. But they beat the hell out of them because they hated that brother, man. And it don't surprise me that they were Q dogs either. That's a whole nother aspect.
Right. That's another element to this, bro.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cap will, you know, get on that, y'all. But they were all, that's double brotherhood. So they took an oath for the mark of the beast with the police force. They had a whole nother gay oath with the Q dog thing.
Good.
And they were beating the pure hell out of this brother. So if you're a brother who don't like to see stuff like that, which all of us don't, but if you just can't really, if it sits on you too heavy, then I suggest you just, you know, even the audio is bad.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, man, like, you know, when I saw that picture, that brother laid up in the hospital with those tubes in his face, his head all swollen. I mean, those brothers were beating him like he was the devil.
Good night.
And he was just another brother that, because he wouldn't comply, the pride of them just got more angry. It was like, he said, put your hands behind your back. I am. You can hear the brother saying I am, but it wasn't good enough for him. And then somebody came and just one of the squad cars pulls up, and he gets out the car and makes a beeline to the fight, and didn't ask any questions, and just kicks the dude in the face like a football player.
Good night.
So, man, I yield with that, man. Y'all got to see the video. It's bad. It's bad, brother.
Hey, Salakia, and another thing, this disappearing, the white cop had something to do with it too.
Oh, he's on tape, sir. He's on tape.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And see, and that's what it was. It was the oppressor. She said that she saw the white cop kick him in the face. So there's different things, but it's crazy though, and you can see where it's the white man's kingdom. It's the oppressive kingdom, because his picture is not being flashed on the screen all the time. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do some research to get the story on the white cop that was in the situation. You know what I'm saying? But far as on the news, all you see is those 5 black cops. The white man had nothing to do with it. So they say. You know what I'm saying? But it's so wicked. You know what I'm saying? And that Scorpion team. And now look, the Scorpion stood for. Listen to this. The Scorpion stands for Street Crimes Operation to Restore Peace in Our Neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So come on, that's a mad joke.
That's
a mad joke. And look what they're doing. They sit there and beat the brother to death. I mean, come on, man. And see that we can be so evil to one another because back in the let's say the early 80s, we used to street fight a lot. So to beat a nigga down the go-go, that's what you were saying, Kawal. That's like they was like some street shit. They wasn't doing like professional cops.
Right.
That shit was like some street shit. You beat niggas like that in the go-go. You know what I'm saying? You get on everybody fight. Y'all be running. You beat that. I mean, come on, guys get beat like that. But you talking about cops? They're supposed to protect and serve. Their job. They took an oath and they beat a dude like that. Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, man. And look, saying it's nothing short. It's not short. It's not nothing worse than Rodney King, what those white cops did to him. But see, the white man is going to blow it up. Going to blow it up extra, and they're going to penalize these brothers, for that. And these brothers, they going to learn, and other brothers, cops, dislike those cops. They going to learn whose kingdom it is.
That's right. That's right.
They getting taught a lesson whose kingdom it is. You think you're going to do that in his kingdom and then get off? No. You're a savage when you do it. But when they do it, they were just doing their job, and they're afraid too. They're afraid too. They have lives. They have families. They want to go back home too. So they really afraid of their lives.
Right.
The oppressor is the devil. The Bible speaks of.
That's right. That's right.
That's going to happen all the time.
That's
good night. Con. Discuss it. Yarma, did you see this? Did you see the video?
I've seen some of it. Con.
And what's your take? I mean, I know your take, but you know what I'm saying? Like when you see something like that, because like I said, I'm just going over what I heard because I haven't seen it. So they compared it to the Rodney King beating, even some comparisons to George Floyd and calling out for his mother. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I know you being a brother, you know what I'm saying, that has a lot of compassion for his people. When you see that when you see a brother getting beat to that degree, and then of course to make it worse, you know what I'm saying, being beat by his own people,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, how do you even make sense of that in any way? You know what I'm saying? How can you make sense of it? You expect your people to kind of be different, but then again, now Yarmak, now let me ask you, let me throw this in the question too in the pot, because you being a brother, in college. And I know, you from, but you and Kawal being from North Carolina. I mean, y'all got colleges out here, out the wazoo. It's just colleges everywhere. HBCUs on every corner. You know what I'm saying? Colleges all over the place. Them Q dogs, is that what these cats were?
Yeah,
I think these cats were them Q. Now you know something about them Q dogs, Yarmak. So does that change anything, or does that make it make more sense for you?
I mean, it definitely adds a different element, but I mean, it's all the same. Like even when Kowal said they took on the oath, or that gay oath with the Q dogs, that police oath is a gay oath as well.
That's right.
It's no different. It's no different than the military. You understand? You see what they do in the military. They get in there and they jumping on each other's beds, butt naked, and doing all that gay crap, man.
Wait, what?
Man. So but back to the video. I seen it. I couldn't watch it all. Seeing things like that, it does something bad for my spirit. That brings out a demon that I can't necessarily deal with like that. So I couldn't watch the whole video. But because I've been in that situation. You understand? I know what it feels like to have a cop, with a gun to your head and telling you to lay on your stomach. You understand? I've been there, and it's sad because if you've never been through it, watching it on a video, in your mind, you like just comply, just do what they say. But it's hard to do it when a nigga is damn near breaking your rib, and you having to choose between, do I allow him to break my rib, or do I fight so my rib don't get broken and then get shot because they think I'm trying to fight them?
Right.
And so it's like they put you in unbeatable situations. It's like you stuck in a hard place. What the hell are you supposed to do? You ain't got no option but to take what they give you, or trying to fight to not, be beaten on or mistreated.
That's right.
Understand? So, like I said, it's like again, man. It's sad that we live in this society, man. It's sad. What's even sadder that we live in this society is that our people are still fighting to be a part of it.
Right.
Fighting harder to put more police in our communities, and it don't make sense. It don't make sense. So, all of these stories, man, it always comes down to the same answer. There's only one answer, which is to separate from the man that's been murdering us, our slave master, and to come together with brothers who actually are going to take care of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's it. I don't know. I don't really know what else you could say about this. Like these conversations, man, I wish we could take this to a higher platform, because they go into them city hall meetings and them council meetings in the Senate, and all of these boards and things like that, and they take 3 hours talking about something that we just solved it just now. Come together with the I.S.U.P.K and your brothers and sisters in the truth.
Simple.
That's right.
That's right. You understand? And that took 30 seconds to explain to you. So I wish there was some way that we could take these conversations up there so that they can understand, and maybe more and more brothers will start to see that the problem isn't dirty cops. That's not the problem. The problem isn't drugs. The problem isn't poverty. It's not lack of education. The problem is that we're joining ourselves to a man who sets up a life for us to just die. That's the problem. That's the whole problem. That's everything. You know why we got drug addiction and police brutality, black on black crime? Is because we've yielded our power to a nation of people who wants to see us murder each other and to die. And until we separate from that power and take our power back, we're gonna continue to fall victim to things just like this, man. Them brothers, man, y'all, they are disgusting, man.
That's right.
Like, regard I've said it. I can't wait to see the verdict, because I know that America is going to show them, you understand, that they can't do everything that the oppressor does, because it makes the police force look bad, and the police force can't look bad because of the nigger slaves.
That's right.
And so,
go
ahead, Salagi.
That's heavy too. You said that, Yarma. But I thought of something. Being that you mentioned about the Q dogs, Tabawan, and understanding, have went to a HBCU and partying, coming up, going to all their parties and all that. It's something that these Q dogs do that, I know brothers who listen or sisters who've ever been to a party know what I'm talking about. So the party's going good, right? They're playing go-go music, or they playing hip-hop, whatever, swag surfing. Then all of a sudden, these fraternity brothers start marching in a line.
Yeah.
And once they start doing their little dance, if you break that line or intercede in their little stupid gay dance, they will jump you.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen plenty of times. Some freshmen who don't know the black culture of fraternities, he's dancing, having a good time, and as a Q dog start doing their little dance or their party hop or their little formal gay dance, the freshman is like, he can join in with them. He's like, he's jovial, he's drunk, so he tries to grab one of the brothers. Man, they beat the pure piss out of this cat. And it happens all the time. They even push girls out the way. That spirit of hating your brother, because these Q dogs, not only do they do gay rituals, but they, in their mind, they're better than Tyrone. Because I'm a Q dog. I'm just not a regular nigga. I'm the top echelon. So when I see you, I look at you like you're dirt, because you're not one of us. So they cause division within our own people with these stupid clubs and these gay dances. If I've seen it happen too many times when these brothers are all that stuff, and somebody intercedes in a little party hotline, and they all turn around and just beat the piss out of them to show everybody in the party that we're together, we're not to be effed with. That's the same spirit they took on that brother Tyree Nichols. 3 out of the 5 of them were Q dogs. The same thing they've been doing in college, beating the hell out of somebody who offends one of their brothers. That's what they did in the police force. But now it's doubly worse, because now they have the Blue Lives Matter oath. So this whole thing spiritually is wicked. I mean, these brothers got the mark of the beast on them, something serious, man. And the Most High gonna deal with them.
That's right.
Most High gonna deal with them, brothers.
I gotta piggyback off of that with 2 things. First and foremost, I probably would have been one. I didn't go to HBCU. I went to what they call a PWI. So, my only experience with HBCUs was
they at PWIs.
Yeah,
they at PWIs too.
Oh, damn. I didn't know. I only saw like a course of like black HBCU culture from Drumline,
College
a different world.
And a different world. I wasn't really getting school days.
School days.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I know like the video for The Butt was filmed, I think, at Howard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but those films and music videos were my only experience, you know what I'm saying, or seeing those things. I literally did not know. I remember YAHANNA first told me, like at a party, they would literally break out and start doing all that craziness. I laughed. Because I'm like, nah, this is a movie thing, bro. That's not real. Like, no, these cats really will break out in the party and start doing a whole routine. And they think they're cooler than everybody else. That's hilarious to me. Okay, that is sick. And I heard that some of these rituals, the hazing is really, really gay, horribly gay. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just to get in the fraternity, you got to do some. I can see why they go so hard. Pause for the fraternity, because they had to do gay stuff to get in. So it's like, I'm not gonna waste my time doing this gay stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna rep it the way they rep it. You know what I mean? But it's absolutely disgusting to think that you would treat your brothers, other black. You go to an HBCU and you're gonna treat everybody else on campus like they're dirt because you made it into some stupid Greek. And what is this whole thing with? Why would you want to be a Greek? I don't get that. Like, what black people and Greeks? I don't see the connection here. So why that means so much? It's very strange to me. You know, but if I could, last thing before you move on, not really move on because I'm still kind of on this topic, the next thing we're going to talk about. But Kowal said something heavy. He brought up the Blue Lives Matter. Now, where is Blue Lives Matter is my question. Now, and what I mean by that is, of course, we don't, these black cops, these brothers that did this, they need to be charged to the full extent of the law. Yes, we can forgive them as, blacks, as Israelites. We can forgive them, but that doesn't mean that they can't. The scriptures say the wicked will not go unpunished. You know what I'm saying? I can forgive you, but you have to be punished for what you did, period.
That's right.
So, we're not saying that at all. But what I do want to know is them saying, this shows exactly what Cap is saying, Kowal and YAHANNA, that's going over your heads. I know it's going over your heads because y'all not understanding that these brothers thought, just like that stupid military cat that got pepper sprayed all up in his mouth last week that we talked about, you know what I'm saying? And they gave $1,000 in his lawsuit, some crazy low amount of money they gave him. He thought that he was an American. He thought he was the same as an oppressor that wears where's the captain's bars or whatever you may call it.
Yeah.
These brothers really thought that they were part of this Blue Lives Matter fraternity.
Yeah.
That's what they thought. And we're about to see when we get this verdict, they're going to see they were never part of it. And another way you know they're not part of it is because where are the Blue Lives Matter? Those people in New York that when Eric Garner got choked out in Staten Island, and all those NYPD Scottish and Irish policemen started wearing shirts that said "I can breathe."
Remember that?
I'm saying, and on the back it said "Blue Lives Matter." They're not going to do that for these cops.
Exactly.
No, white people are not going to. Oppressors are not going to be like, well, you know what? They're police officers. We got to stand by them. No, they're going to disappear into the shadows. And completely, not care about what happens to these brothers because you're not a part of Blue Lives Matter, no matter how much you try.
Exactly.
No matter how much you try to tap dance with the oppressor, it is not going to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You are still, you just, excuse my language, you're just another nigga. Just like the brother that you, just like Tyree, just like the brother you killed, just like the brothers in the ghetto, just like the brothers who are not part of the Q, what is it, Alpha Psi, whatever. What the brothers who ain't part of that? Yeah, you're just another nigga just like them, and that's a heavy thing, if I could, where we always try since slavery, that has never gone away. As Black people, as Latinos as well, of course, as Israelites, we always just try to make ourselves a little bit better than the next Black man. We always try to position ourselves like, listen, I'm not a nigger, I'm a Negro. I'm not a nigga. I'm Black. I'm not with these dudes. Yeah. We try to think, oh well, they just treat me this way because they think I'm like the rest of them. No, if I, make myself a more clean cut, put on a nice suit, maybe get my hair fixed a certain way, they'll realize, no, I'm not like these dirty people. I'm more like you. Yeah. No, nigga. You're not more like them.
That's right.
You're going to jail for the rest of your natural life. And I'm going to laugh. And me and my brothers are going to laugh because that's what you deserve. You understand? That's right. So it's just hey, Cap, please.
If I could, man, it's funny because if you from the hood and your spirit, I'm saying, and you really love your people, and you're not no dirty, grimy Negro. You're going to just really feel you want to do that job. Like I said, I had a friend of mine that after school he was went into the police being DC cop, right? So the brother, I used to see him a lot of times because he used to be at the fights and stuff. When they have cops at the fights and stuff. Watch. So I used to see him. I'd say what's up to him and everything, man. So years later, he started I started training the brother, helping him out, working around and stuff like that. And he was telling me all the time he was a cop that he didn't like it because he just started driving bus, right? So I asked him, why did you stop being a cop? Why what made you just stop being a policeman? And he said he just really just couldn't take the way the cops were against Black people. And he was just saying that a lot of times he was they would come and bust it. They come and get somebody, and because he said he was detective. And once he was detective, he was part of this special team. So he said one time he come around the corner and he came in the alley and he just told the guys, he just said, "Hey, they coming, run." He said guys started running, everybody started running. He said he picked up one brother dropped his wallet. And he said he picked up the wallet and he said there was a brother that went to school with us, So he just said, man, after that, he just said he couldn't take really being totally oppressing his people like that. He said, man, he stopped doing it, and he started driving bus. He started driving bus, man, because it's like I said, if you ain't a grimy Negro and just and you get that mark of the beast, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna really feel for your people. Right. You gonna understand it's evil what you're doing to your people, And in DC, it's a whole lot of Negroes went into being a DC cop.
Right.
They went into it. They went to the cop, and it was you see him what, he a cop? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One dude I've seen, he was a cop. Now I remember they chased him off. It was having like a drug strip up Fern Place. They beat that nigga's ass and he ran out and they chased him off the strip. So he went and started being a DC cop. Policeman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, guys, they would go into that stuff, man. But you can tell the ones that go into it to, some dudes do it for a job. Some dudes do it to just oppress Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes just be evil and they want to get back at the people who maybe been evil to them. Bro. You know what I'm saying? They want to get back to them growing up. Some dudes got we have so many messed up lives and things that went on in our life. You know what I'm saying? So brothers go and get a badge and a gun to take their frustration out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot like a real, like it serves saying we are torn to pieces as a nation.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We've been destroyed, and it's all because of the oppressor. He's done this to us. He's done this to us that we just learned. We taught how to hate one another. We taught how to hate one another. That's all. So it's like, you get a gun and a badge, and you will beat your brother like they did Tyree Nichols.
That's right.
That's right.
Man. Now I deal with that.
Come on. No, you got your mark.
So, like, if I could, I don't mean to bring it back to the Q Dog zone, but I did have.
No, please.
Something that I'm very much interested in is I want to know what school or what chapter that they graduated from, what chapter they crossed from, because I would very much like to speak to that chapter and see if the actions that these police officers had took is a reflection of their organization, and if not, are they going to kick them out the group?
That's right.
I want to see what action the Q-Dog do for these officers who murdered these brothers. You know
that's right.
And what they do, because if that's wrong, then if it's at Howard University, I damn near want to go to camp in Howard on their campus.
God,
are y'all going to do something for what your members did?
Right.
Because you trained them up. You're responsible for them. They pay fees every year and go to all the meetings every year to stay active members in your organization. So what do you have to say about this Omega Psi Phi fraternity? That's what I want to. And one other point too, and I'll be quick. For all of the brothers and sisters, I know it's a tough time when we get these mainstream national lines of police brutality, our brothers dying. But like even with this brother right here, same thing with George Floyd. When you go out there on the streets and you see all of these people all across North Carolina, all across California, with signs up, in reflection to what happened to these brothers who's losing their lives, we should be able to understand one thing. It is possible to love a brother that you don't know.
That's right.
It is possible to care about a brother that you've never met before in your life. But here's the problem, and here's where we're so broken. You can only care about a brother after he's lost his life.
Yeah.
That same care that same love that it took for you to make that poster, and the same love that it took for you to make those t-shirts and walk on the street. Why don't you take that same care and that same love for the brothers that you see every day, and don't sell drugs?
Right.
That's heavy.
Don't murder them because of the colors that they have on. Don't murder them because of the street that they grow up on. I know it's a little bit off topic, but it's a point nonetheless. We are capable of loving one another. We're capable of loving each other once we're dead, and that's a problem for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand that the lesson in death is to learn to appreciate life, and if we can't appreciate life, then we'll have more dead to mourn. We'll have more dead bodies that we'll have to make more shirts for, and print more signs out, and more marches to make, and more rioting to do, because we haven't learned to just care for one another. And these officers, they know that Black people don't care about each other, so they feel like they can do whatever they want to do because they have the authority to do it. You understand? So that's just what I wanted to make sure that I said that for all of those listening, that it is possible for Black people to love Black people that they've never met before.
That's right.
That's right. That's heavy, bro.
Yeah.
And if I let me just answer your question, yes. Let me get it up on the screen. If I could, bear with me just a moment. I got an article right here that says go. It says Omega Psi Phi fraternity revokes membership of officers involved in Tyree Nichols' death.
They smart.
Right.
They smart.
God. It says this is a quote. I'll just scroll down. They said more, but they said the brutality shown in the video not only violated our moral sensibilities, but also transgressed our fraternal and established code of conduct. Lewis said, I guess Lewis is, a representative. We have the utmost confidence in the judicial process and fervently pray that the Nichols family will obtain justice. So yeah, I mean that's what they said, Yarma. But I definitely think it's something that should still be brought to them, right to their front door, because I don't think that's in accordance with the spirit that they put forth. And again, like I said, I'm not speaking from personal experience. I'm getting the experience or learning of it from my brother's personal experience. That these cats will jump somebody who makes a mistake for breaking their little line. You know what I'm saying?
They'll jump you for signing a paper. I had a brother that I played high school football with. His name is Smoke, and he went to Central and he crossed Omega Psi Phi. Him, Marcus Speller, a couple of other brothers that I know, and he decided to sign the paper instead of going through the whole hazing process. And after they crossed, they would not let him, jump and hop around with them. They wouldn't let him come into the meetings and stuff. And they ended up bumping their own brother inside the bathroom of the student union at Central. Just because he decided to not get spanked on the behind to become a Q dog. And them, all them dudes are punks, man. They always jumping people, and they always picking fights. But if you catch one of them alone,
man,
they're upstanding citizens. Then all of a sudden, a college student, they get together. That spirit is the spirit of homosexuality, and it breeds just anger and violence. That's what that spirit is about. And they are so violent to hide the gayness. That's all it is. Because they know I've heard the stories. You understand? I've gotten very close to some of those organizations, and I'm telling you straight up, they're gay. They're gay. Any organization that tells you to bend over and then get hit with a racquetball and then hop to the other side, turn around, get and hit again and hop back, playing tennis with your behind. Yeah, I see why you beat everybody up. I understand. They made your behind a tennis ball for
Good night.
Yeah, it get like that, and it gets worse.
Well, damn. Good night. Yeah. Absolutely disgusted, man. I'm telling you, these are the things that nobody talks about, but we're gonna talk about it here on the Champion Podcast. We're gonna these things talk that let everybody know what's going on behind closed doors. Black people, man, y'all got some explaining to do. Salakia. I love my people, but damn, this is what I got to do to be the black fraternity. I got to, I got to perform gay acts for what? What's the benefit? Disgusting, man. It's a damn shame. But guess what? None of those acts will be committed at the Lord's 54th annual Passover brought to you by the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA. You don't have to let some man play tennis with your backside to get into the Lord's 54th annual Passover. Guess what? You don't have to know the gang handshake. You don't have to know, what I'm saying, some saying, even if you don't know how to say, our greeting and for the brothers or the sisters, if you don't know how to speak Hebrew, guess what? If you can be a black, right now, you are a black man and you are smoking crack as we speak. Right now, you're invited to the Lord's 54th annual Passover. If you're Latino, and you are drunk out of your mind right now as we speak, and you're going to get drunk again tomorrow, you are invited to the Lord's 54th annual Passover. Now, of course, you better come correct. You understand? It's for your safety, because I know my brothers, Kawal, Yaramak, all the brothers in the Shamar department are going to make sure they're doing their job. So if you come in there acting crazy, it's going to be a problem. And that goes for your brothers and sisters in the school too. You know what I'm saying? I know my brothers and sisters in school, y'all know what time it is, but if I just could, make sure you come correct. We say this every single year. We don't want any issues, man. You are not going to get special treatment because you're an officer if you don't know how to control your liquor, or because you're a trooper, or because you're married to a brother in the school. You're not going to get special treatment. So you better come correct, or you will be thrown out of the Passover if you don't know how to conduct yourself. Okay,
that's right.
And that goes for anybody, whether you're in the school, in the world, what have you. We're not tolerating that. You know what I'm saying? Why? It's for your safety, and more importantly, for the safety of the brothers and sisters who come to have a good time, and not to, you know what I'm saying, to badger other people and you know, as I say, show their behinds. Okay, so make sure you come correct. All right, pause. But I wanted to talk about this element too. We know the brother's funeral, Tyre Nichols' funeral, just took place. And us, some people had something to say about some of the characters who showed up there. Now I'm going to read a little bit of this article right here. Hear y'all opinion on this. Salaki, bear with me. Everybody familiar with Steven Jackson? Y'all remember Steven Jackson played for the Spurs? You know what I'm saying? Captain Jack. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Let's see what
George Floyd's half brother.
Say what?
George Floyd's half brother.
Is he really?
I believe so.
Oh, that's crazy. Good night. That's crazy. It makes sense. I see the resemblance. Well, Steven Jackson had something to say about the funeral that just took place for Tyre Nichols. It says Steven Jackson criticizes Al Sharpton's Tyre Nichols eulogy. It's a quote, all for political gain. Sharpton delivered Tyre's eulogy at the 29-year-old's funeral, but Jackson called out the Reverend as well as attorney Ben Crump. It says today, February 1st, a public funeral for Tyre Nichols was live streamed for the world. The 29-year-old was killed earlier this month by a mob of police officers who savagely beat him. 3 days later, Nichols, a father of a 4-year-old, succumbed to his injuries. Several political figures and celebrities gathered for Nichols' homegoing, and Reverend Al Sharpton was responsible for delivering the eulogy. The tape speaks for itself. There's a quote. They started beating an unarmed man. So like, you bear with me just one moment. Okay. Said Sharpton, in the city where the dreamer laid down and shed his blood. You have the unmitigated gall to beat your brother. Good night. I have to read that again. In the city where the dreamer laid down and shed his blood, you have the unmitigated gall to beat your brother. The display is being talked about across social media platforms, and Steven Jackson chimed in with a hot take. I mean, he's talking about MLK like he's Jesus. The dreamer laid down and shed his blood. Good night. There we go. There you go.
So, like, can I get a breakdown? I'm lost. I'm slow. I don't want to continue on like I know what we're talking about. What's going down? Who are you talking about?
Who Tyre Nichols was it took place in Memphis.
Okay.
And Memphis is where the killing of Tyre Nichols took place, in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. Memphis, Tennessee is also where Martin Luther King was at when he was killed on that balcony at that hotel. He had gone to Memphis. Not gonna get too much. Little backstory. He actually, mentioned it last week. We're gonna talk about it in the lecture we got coming up, which I gotta start plugging in. But he was supposed to be in Durham. MLK was supposed to be in Durham that day. He had an engagement scheduled for Durham, but decided last minute to go to Memphis to go to a sanitation workers protest, or like they were what do you call it when the workers aren't working?
Labor, whatever.
No, yeah, but what do you call it when they're not working? When they're like, we're not gonna work.
Strike.
Right. There we go. Salaki, the water, brother. Okay. He went to a sanitation workers strike in Memphis, Tennessee. He, of course, was shot in his neck on the balcony of some hotel, and he bled out and died. I think like either a couple hours or a day later.
Should have came to Durham.
Say what?
Should have came to Durham.
No, he should have stayed his black ass at home is what he should have done. He should have just stayed home. The Lord was ready to kill that nigga. It don't matter what he was. The Lord was ready for MLK to die. So
yeah.
he would have went to Durham. Right. Somebody would have shot him in Durham. Salaki.
Hey, we would have been on the map.
Right. No, those were but that's what this cat Al Sharpton is saying. He said, in the city where the dreamer is MLK, laid down and shed his blood. He's talking about MLK. So that's the background of that statement. Okay. It's very disgusting. All right. But let's just see a little bit of what Stephen Jackson said, and I want y'all to chime in. It says, on Instagram, the Shade Room posted about Sharpton's appearance at Nichols' funeral. It wasn't a sight that impressed Jackson, who worked alongside activists when George Floyd was killed by officers in Minnesota. The former NBA giant called out purported leaders who he suggested have ulterior motives. He said, y'all keep letting these folks fool y'all. Jackson commented, same scene Al Sharpton and Crump crew. For all for political gain. They prey on people's pain. He also said, seen it firsthand with G. Floyd. If it's not a national, you won't them. We can go everywhere by police. Free game. I mean, Cap, was Stephen Jackson, did he have a point, Cap?
Yeah, definitely. He definitely had a good point. I mean, come on. I mean, you always see, I thought Al Sharpton was through. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I thought Al Sharpton was done. Everybody was done with Al Sharpton showing up. But Al Sharpton is still showing up whenever a black man go down, whatever. Al Sharpton. Now they got the new Al Sharpton, which has been Ben Crump. You know, they dust him off, and and next thing you know, he's in everything. And like I said, I don't know how you get all these jobs. I mean, come on, man. I don't know how you get a license in every state.
Right.
I mean, damn, everybody hire him as attorney, and in all these states, you have to have a license in every state. Damn, but it's a circus.
Right. Damn right.
It's a circus. It's a circus. That's all it is. And they stand there and talk their stuff, and it's just more to enslave us. They are hired. They are peon. They're hirelings, like the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? They put them in front of us, so we say, oh yeah, we got somebody pushing for us. Somebody standing up for us. You know what I'm saying? That's what says our gates are languish. Our gates are weak. You know what I'm saying? We got people like that standing up for us, speaking for us. You know what I'm saying? Trying to talk sense to a family that just lost his son. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's awful. It's awful. And I'm tired of seeing that crew. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't seen Al Sharpton in a long time, as far as like doing something like that. But now he's back in the mix. And he look like a little puppet and shit. That big ass little body. Damn, he's like one of those Christmas puppets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now they got Ben Crump. Ben Crump, he's gonna come. And it's terrible. It's terrible. It's a circus every time. You know what I'm saying? So black people ought to go. Remember, their family member go down. Come. You don't need Ben Crump. You don't need Ben Crump. You don't need Al Sharpton.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They should have been in I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah, right.
It's terrible. We look like we look. I mean, it's a circus every time. Every time a black person go there, they're Ben Crump. Every time they Al Sharpton. I mean, come on, man. It's a joke. It's like it's a joke almost. You know what I'm saying? Right. Is that a joke? I got to see Ben Crump all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Stephen Jackson, you know what I'm saying? I guess he is right on that, going on them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's terrible.
That's right. Come. Damn right. I mean, if I could, sir, that's a question. I mean, we literally have asked this question so many times on this show. We bring out stories that people don't talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I always says it. You always say it. Ko always says it. I say it. Some of these stories that we all find. You know what I'm saying? I find stories. The brothers bring stories to me. I mean, Captain Yagar bringing me stories from Oklahoma City that y'all wouldn't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother that wasn't there a brother out in Oklahoma City that was stuffed in a septic tank?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some oppressor that did it, and they was like, just let him go, or didn't even.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know,
that
no one talks about. But we have to be the ones to bring it. And we always say, whenever we bring out these stories, we say, "Where's Al Sharpton?" We say, "Where's Keep Hope Alive, Messy Jesse?"
Yeah.
Where's Kamala Harris? Where's she at? She's supposed to be black, even though that's a damn lie. It's a lie. You know what I'm saying? But we ask where these people are because all these different stories going on and ain't nobody around. You know what I mean? Right. So what Stephen Jackson is saying definitely, says some truth to it because now, again, national story, national coverage, and now Al Sharpton pops up again. Now Kamala Harris want to go to a funeral. You know what I'm saying? But how many black men got murdered at the hands of police in the past month? You know what I'm saying? And it didn't become a media story. How many black people got killed by other black people? Because guess what? In this case, Tyree Nichols was killed by black people. You know what I'm saying? And then she didn't go to their funerals. She didn't call them and say, to them, "Oh man, I'm so sorry about what happened to your child," or "I'm so none of those. Man. So definitely, it's an excellent question for Stephen Jackson to ask at the very. You know what I'm saying? But what do you make of Captain Jack's comments?
Man, I'm a person about like credibility. Is what he said, is there some truth in it? Yeah, there's some truth in it. However, he's also on a podcast called All the Smoke, when they smoke blunts all damn podcast talking about shoulda, coulda, woulda. But
that's right.
You do that. And these are supposed to be athletes. They talk about how they smoked weed the whole time they was in the league. What do you think that's doing to the mind of the kid who's a freshman in college? He thinks he can do it.
Exactly.
And then too, it's like, if we're gonna talk about credibility, like first of all, we've been saying this in the I.S.U.P.K. So he's saying it's like, shut up.
Right.
Like you don't listen to Commander YAHANNA. You don't listen to Crossfire Radio and Asking Prophets, Chain Breakers. You can go back and watch Commander YAHANNA's old videos on 480p. He was saying the same thing. That's right. So what Stephen Jackson is doing, he's regurgitating, information that he's heard from conscious woke people. But he needs to check himself because the Lord's going to be against him. He has a platform, which you have a platform, you have to be responsible. Like what we're doing. We're breaking down these stories. We're being responsible with the platform we've been given through the First Amendment, through the Most High, allowing us to open up these airways. He has a syndicated podcast where he's smoking blunts, taking backwoods to the face, pause. And the crazy part is, people listen to an idiot like that. And I don't know, man. Yeah, who gives a damn what Stephen Jackson has to say? I'm more concerned about people changing their lives, man, and putting sin away from them. You know what I'm saying? It's already known that these brothers are sellouts. NAACP is a joke. Benjamin Crump and all these guys. But I tell you what, does Benjamin Crump smoke weed? I don't know if I've seen him smoke weed. I don't know if I've seen Benjamin Crump, at the melee in the palace, punching people in the face. I don't know if I've seen Benjamin Crump doing these things.
That's right.
But I can't watch Stephen Jackson and watch him smoke weed all day. Everything, getting high. He go to interview boxers getting high. He goes to interview this person getting high. It's just like, come on, man. What are we doing here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When has it been, since when has it ever been cool to listen to a crackhead?
That's right. Damn right.
So I don't separate the two. You don't listen to that crackhead on your block. Why should I listen to you, Stephen Jackson?
Right.
Or what's the other light skill? Matt Barnes. I don't care what they have to say, and it's going to fall on deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? Because we hear what you say, but we see what you do. More importantly,
that's right.
We're seeing what you do. And they got to match. If you want to get a platform, have credibility, people follow you. Like, you know what, Stephen Jackson, you're right, man. You should next thing gonna tell a nigga he should vote for president or vote for Congress because he said something profound. You know how niggas do, take it all the way. Oh, we should just listen to Stephen Jackson now. I don't give a damn what Stephen Jackson got to say. Like TITHES, none of them have the answers. Only one West, Commander YAHANNA has the answers. And stop smoking weed, Stephen Jackson. Then I'll listen to you. I yield, man.
Yeah, right. Well said, brother. I can't argue with you there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I can always count on my brother Kowal to provide much needed perspective to things.
That's it.
And that's absolutely true. I mean, I would argue with you, but I can't. I can't understand.
And Salaki, if I could, and see, look, and that's heavy what Kowal was just bringing up. Because look, Stephen Jackson, he's not saying something. He's not saying something that makes everybody, oh yeah, that was heavy what he said, what he brought out. Shit, everybody already thinking that.
Right.
So it's not like he's like, oh, he's opening your mind up. You know what I'm saying? So shit, you know what I'm saying? You saying something that just, hey, everybody see that. We see that. We see it. You know what I'm saying? We already thinking that before you say it. You know what I'm saying? But Steven Jackson said, you know, shit. Oh, now it's heavy metal. You know what I'm saying? No.
If I could, and I want y'all to mind, if you could speak on this, he's getting a lot of backlash, though. That's the funny part, right? We do know that everybody knows this. It's a known fact. We've been saying, people have been saying that about Al Sharpton since the damn 70s. You know, they've been saying that about Jesse. They've been calling him Messy Jesse since the 80s. We've been knowing these cats as, you know what I mean? And Ben Crump is like, you know, the wannabe new Jesse Jackson / Johnny Cochran. We know, but he's getting a lot of backlash for this. I mean, if you look at the comments, people are saying, oh, that's so ignorant for him to say that. How can he say that? I saw one comment on here where somebody said, oh, that's ignorant for him to say that, man. Al Sharpton is 50 years strong in the civil rights movement, and so on and so forth. So somebody don't know, or better yet, they're pretending like they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so then, which I guess goes back to y'all point. Okay, so in like I said, y'all might please chime in. Like, how who do you listen to? I'll put it like that. These people in the world. Now we know the answer. But these people in the world, they'll hear Al Sharpton, right? And either they'll say, oh man, he's really trying to help the people. Or they'll say, oh, here's this Reverend, here's Al Sharpton again with his nonsense. And then Stephen Jackson says what they're thinking, and they go, oh, see, Stephen Jackson is speaking that truth. Yeah, man, vote for him for Congress.
Yeah.
How then does one navigate that and how do you realize, you know what? They're both stupid. They're both ridiculous, and neither one of them is helpful to blacks, Latinos, or Native Indians. How do you come to that conclusion when you're not even taught how to think along those lines? Is my question. Mike, if you got an answer for that, please help me out.
I mean, really, I guess. Wisdom. I mean, I think wisdom is always taught for me. It's either taught by time and experience, or really time and experience. So maybe some of the older generation, these brothers, they may have seen Stephen Jackson's before. They've seen brothers like this come out before, and they see eventually it all becomes a big game of just how to win the people over so that they can get rich. Everyone wants the spotlight to be on them, but no one is actually doing the work to help these brothers and sisters, man. But here's what I would look for. I would not look so much for the people who show up for the funerals to give speeches on national TV. I would look for the brothers who are trying to stop the funerals from happening.
That's right.
Stop black people from dying. You understand? Because that's the job that doesn't get as much glory. It doesn't get as much glory because if we're stopping people from dying, then there's no funeral to speak at. All you see is hardworking brothers going to work, just living their life. Media presence. There's no glory in that. There's no glory in doing food drives and now and prison programs and doing the work that we do to make sure brothers stay on their feet. Because at the end of the day, once we help the brothers, all you see is just normal human beings who's working. But if you go to a funeral, if you speak at that funeral, or if you go to the riot, or if you go to that sit-in, there's glory in that. There's TV on that. TV for that. So I would say look for the brothers who is actually trying to stop the need of so many funerals. We shouldn't be having this many funerals per year with these young brothers dying at 20, 30, 40 years old. We shouldn't be having this. You understand? Whether it's from police brutality, whether it's from black on black crime, whether it's from high blood pressure, heart disease, because we eating every filthy thing on the earth. We shouldn't be dying at the rate that we dying. And you should look for those brothers who are trying to stop it at its core. And you can only find that in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA.
That's right. I hear you. I hear you, brother. Now, for the last part of the show, I got to do this. I got to take a chapter out of Officer Yaramag's book. If y'all watch his class, his Tuesday class that I'm at every week. You know what I'm saying? This brother plays, you know what I'm saying, taking out of Captain Cesario's book, I might add, this brother plays an excellent Christian. He'll play and ask questions to all the officers and the young men in the class. You know what I'm saying? See if brothers is on their toes. Well, I'm gonna play Christian if I could, real quick, y'all. And here's your last statement. You said that brothers need to come to the I.S.U.P.K. Well, here's my question. Remember, I'm playing Christian. This is not Officer of $1,000 talking. This is, you know what I'm saying? I'm the deacon of the board of trustees. Ebenezer Church, God of Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
Here's my question, brother. Just what exactly are you doing? You talking about Al Sharpton? You talking about Ben Crump? I'm seeing them brothers on the front line. I'm seeing Ben Crump out there with them families when them brothers is getting killed in the streets. I ain't seen Commanding General YAHANNA with Tyree Nichols, with George Floyd. I ain't seen y'all out there, man. Y'all claim y'all doing all this work. Well, tell me what work. You say y'all got a food drive. Well, we just had a food drive just last week and we passed out 1,000 pounds of food. Y'all say y'all got a prison department. Well, we're in the prisons right now. We matter of fact, one of our pastor is the chaplain at the damn correctional facility in Memphis right now. We're doing the work too. So, and we're doing, I gotta say, it seems a lot better than y'all. So tell me why I should tell people, or anybody to tell people to join the I.S.U.P.K. I don't see what y'all doing that's so special. What's so better than Al Sharpton and any of these brothers? Let me know.
Was that for me or for all of us? Or you asking me specifically?
Well, you was the person who just told me that. You know, we got to go to I.S.U.P.K. So I'm talking to you, brother.
You know why you're seeing Al Sharpton at all of the funerals and all of the things that he does for so-called black people? Because he is in direct cahoots with the oppressor, which is why he gets TV time. You understand? It's why it's why you see him on whatever he does, going to the funerals, his speeches. He's the next Martin Luther King for the white man. You understand? Which is why he gets it. Commander General YAHANNA does the jobs that you don't ever see. You understand? When is the last time you seen any Al Sharpton on the reservations during a winter storm?
That's right. Okay.
Have you ever seen that? You understand? When was the last time you seen Al Sharpton cleaning up a park without the cameras? Without the TV crew.
Okay.
When was the last food drive you seen where he did it without letting the paparazzi know he was going to do it? You know why it's always being seen? Because it's always a TV stunt so that he can get rich. While meanwhile, Commander General YAHANNA, he held on to the truth by sleeping inside of a basement that you wouldn't hang clothes in, and no one seen it. No one sees that. What you believe makes you a child of God is what people see outwardly. You believe that because you do things on TV and you pass out baked goods and you pass out cans of food,
you get out of big stuff.
God. But here's the problem: the things that we don't see that you do is why our people keep dying. The things that we don't see that you push and that you promote is why we have to keep having funerals for brothers like George Floyd, brothers like George. What's the brother's name?
Tyree
Nichols. Brothers like Tyree Nichols and sisters like Sandra Bland. Because of what you dirty, stinking politicians and you nasty pastors, what you push to our people to keep conjoining themselves with the cancer that is Christianity and the oppression that is of America and the oppressor, the white man. That is the very reason why we have to keep having funerals. So you think that you're solving a problem when in actuality you're causing it. In actuality, you're the reason why we have to have food drops, because you all of our love and you gave it to the oppressor. So now Commander General YAHANNA, he has to fix it, and we don't get TV time. You know why? Because we don't have contracts with ABC. We don't have contracts with the news stations and the paparazzi. We don't have the paparazzi's number on speed dial to tell them to come down to 106 in Park and record us having a food drive outside the buildings. We don't have that. You know, we do have integrity.
That's right.
We do have integrity to feed the people where you don't see it.
That's
we have
it.
integrity to go out to the parks and clean up the parks where our children play, and you don't ever see it. And guess what? We don't give a damn if you ever see it. We need to do what we do, whether you see it or not. You understand? We'll stay in the prisons and teach the classes and sit and take the phone calls, whether you see it or not.
You understand how many hospital beds we've stood beside for brothers who you don't give a damn about. You don't give a damn about that. I got a brother right now calling from Raleigh, North Carolina. You understand? Has never came to a class, has stood outside of one camp. And you know how much work that I specifically had to do to find this brother a ride and a bed for him to sleep on in a shelter in Durham, North Carolina. That's something, Al Sharpton, you'll never do. You know why? Because that can't turn around and give me money. Right. That brother can't turn around and give me nothing. He damn near isn't able enough to even be in the truth. But in the I.S.U.P.K, Commander General YAHANNA has taught his soldiers to actually love Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. And that's something that you should learn. That's something that you should learn. To love your brothers without the camera.
Well, damn, brother. I mean, when you put it like that.
And that's it. Hey, that's heavy. Hey, Salakia. Hey, just to piggyback what your remark was bringing out so heavy. You know what I'm saying? Yahushua Christ did say, "Let the dead bury the dead." That's why Al Sharpton always show up at funerals.
Yeah,
right. You know,
right.
That's why he doesn't show up at funerals. That's all he's good for. It's all he's good for is burying somebody. You know what I'm saying? But we get brothers, and I.S.U.P.K. and the Commander General, we get brothers before they go to the grave.
That's right.
All right, we wake them up and let them live, and they become officers.
That's right.
Officers and preach. They're waking up our people. You know what I'm saying? You won't be coming to our funeral. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I yield with that, man.
Damn right.
Damn right.
I mean, damn, y'all just gonna gang up on me like that. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Tell me all about the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I guess y'all got a point. You know what I'm saying? I might have to re-examine what I'm doing at the Ebenezer Christian Church of the Baptist Saints of the Latter Day Saints. You know what I'm saying? But no sweat, man. Hey, the water, another one in the books, man. Chain Breakers Podcast, the water, Most High in Christ, brought to you by the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA. It's been done once again. Good show. Of course, you know, I can't leave everybody without saying, make sure you're at the 54th annual Passover. You know, I'm going to run a promo at the end so everybody can see it, man. A new promo. I think I might have seen it last week. But if not, I'm going to run it again, featuring none other than Captain of 13,000, Nayathat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Captain Nayathat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Brother, working, man. He's the reason why we have this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Put in a lot of work doing, you know what I'm saying, with the Passover. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. You know,
right.
Calm, man. So make sure y'all there. But I gotta give my brother some shine before we head out, man. So Cap, was there anything you wanted to bring out before we go ahead and clip it?
Hey, 54th annual Passover. Everybody got to get in. You got to get there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something. I mean, like I said, it's not only our heritage. It's not only our it's not only our way of life. Hey, it's a commandment. It's a commandment. It's all about us. It's all about the 12 tribes of Israel. Everybody can't celebrate this.
That's right.
Everybody can't celebrate the way the Lord fought for us. He sent the death angel to kill the firstborn of every Egyptian, because everybody wasn't slaves in Egypt. So right. This is a celebration that we're supposed to keep, man. You know, and it's a beautiful thing that being obedient unto the Most High. You know what I'm saying? It's glorious. I mean, it's for us to come there and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Right. Have a good time and celebrating and being thankful. Being thankful what he did for us, man. And it's a beautiful thing, man. So you got to get to Raleigh, North Carolina, man, because it's going to be off the chain. It's going to be off the chain. You know, I can't wait to get there. You know what I'm saying? And man, you know, I can't just say enough of what's going to be going on. It's going to be so much. You know, you got to get there. Pay your Passover fee and get there. And it's a heavy thing. I want to say about the Passover fee. It's so heavy. What you got to do when you pay your Passover fee, because you are paying for people that can't pay.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's people's like, man, I know brothers that, man, they can't pay that fee. They can get there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm paying for them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Paying for them. And we helping, as a nation, we helping each other out. As a nation, this is the only way. Hey, we gotta show ourselves worthy to be delivered by Christ. We gotta show ourselves worthy. You know what I'm saying? So us doing things like that, what we do in the I.S.U.P.K and the Command Journey Harlem, you know what I'm saying, and getting others to join in and do the same thing, you know what I'm saying? This is going to bring Christ back. This is going to bring them chariots down and for them to fight for us and get us out of here. You know what I'm saying? I know this could be our last Passover in this sinful kingdom.
Right.
I mean, just think about that. Think about that. Putting down everything. You putting forth, giving 100% to get to this Passover. Just think, you doing that, and other people out in the world doing the same type of thing. That's going to bring Christ back, and this will be our last Passover in the sinful kingdom. Come on, I've been saying this for as long as I've been the truth. This might be our last Passover. Might be our last Passover. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? As bad as things are, the way they're trying to kill us, all the things that are going on with Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Indians, hey, it might be. Who knows? Who knows? Right. You know, so get there. Raleigh, North Carolina, April 1st. I yield.
Damn right. Come on, bro.
Hey, pay your tithes. You know what I'm saying? That money you try to hold on to, you're going to lose it anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Pay your tithes, pay your Passover fee, man. Support this truth. And big shout out to all the brothers, Captain Yagawa, Officer Top One, y'all, everybody in the chat that tuned in, man. Our faithful listeners, you understand the water and Most High Christ. Hope to do it again, God willing.
Damn right. Most High Christ, brother. Y'all, Mark, it's on you, bro.
So the water, y'all brothers. I.S.U.P.K, the home of the truth. Pay your tithes. That's it.
Right. Most High Christ, man. Most High Christ. And you know what I'm saying? If I could, man, all the brothers, the water to y'all, man. Y'all make this, you know what I'm saying, possible. And it's an honor to be on this show with all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to continue to do this every week, man. Like I said, man, don't hesitate to hit us up, man. Don't hesitate to hit up that email, Chainbreakers Podcast, at gmail.com. Don't hesitate to contact any of the brothers you see on your screen. If there's anything you think we could do to add to the show, I mean, we got things we're working on ourselves or whatever. So look out for us. This show, one of the big things we're working on right now is to try to get the show on iHeartRadio and Spotify. We basically already locked it in, but we won't be live on there per se. That's like the next step. What we do, we're gonna have little episodes, little snippets that we're gonna be putting on iHeartRadio and Spotify as well, man. We're really trying to grow this show. So with the water to everybody that has continued to support us, man. Let me give a quick roll call. Shout out to everybody that was on today before we clip it, man. Shout out to Officer Yanazar, my brother, man. Shout out to young man Shep, you know what I'm saying, out there in Raleigh. Shout out to the sister Kazak Wana, Caps Rib, Shalom, Sister Hel Shimon, Shout out to the sister S. Ross. Shout out to Officer 50 Sadak. What else we got? Shout out to the sister, man. Congratulations on getting your Hebrew name. Shout out to the sisters of Bawadah.
That's right.
In Durham, North Carolina. Shout out to the sister Sakara Anaya. Shalom, sis. What else we got? Shout out to Officer of 1,000 Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Damn right. That brother's been doing so much work with this Passover with the water to tune in with us. And shout out to Officer Maya Shah as well, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's what it is. So what we're gonna do is we have to run a quick promo. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want, y'all can stay on after the promo runs, and you know what I'm saying, we'll salute Cap out and everything. But for everybody else, man, the water again. We'll see y'all next week. Same place, same time. Hold on, let me go ahead and just cue this up. Bear with me. I want to cue this up so it's ready to roll. Okay, and also, in addition to paying your Passover fee, how could I forget? Yeah, like the brother said, don't forget to pay your tithes as well. I'm saying, pay your tithes, man. Pay your tithes to the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? That's where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that 10% is going. All right.
That's right.
And so with that, to the brothers we say shalom. How about Shemi al Shabrak, and to the sisters we say shalom. How Shema al Thun. We'll see y'all next week. All right. Shalom.
Israel is that time, Israel, it's that time again. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, hosted by Commander Yahanna. You don't want to miss it. Bring your family, bring your wives, bring your kids. April 1st, Raleigh Convention Center.
500 South Salisbury Street, Raleigh, North Carolina. You heard.
Israel, it's that time again. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, hosted by Commander Yahanna. You don't want to miss it. Bring your family, bring your wives, bring your kids. April 1st, Raleigh Convention Center.
500 South Salisbury Street, Raleigh, North Carolina.
You heard him right. The Raleigh Convention Center, 500 South Salisbury Street, Raleigh, North Carolina.
La Pascua número 54 anual, traída por el comandante general Yahanna. No se lo pierdan. La Pascua anual aquí en Raleigh Convention Center en Carolina del Norte. No se lo pierdan, raza. Vengan y vengan con su familia.
I can tell you what it feels like when them problems kicking in. I call it real life. Now I'm feeling trapped. Who can I trust?